Forget that you may be able to laugh. Forget all about it. There's confusion and there's an abyss surrounding it with meaningful quandaries, hearts and hurts and hurts and errors. One day, you may be able to recognize who told who it was, but by now, just war around with your all-non-mighty tongue and clamber skulls from that rotting tree that hazed up nothingness that rose like a rose from the thinness of quantic zeros. Your eyes may not have been able to see or your ears to hear. Your whole instrumental apparatus must be obsolete by now. The gradients of despair have become closer to whomever you may have been, but you are not anymore. Fulfill the entire history with undefeated changing into change. Difference finds itself in itself and therefore stays quiet. See, the thing is, which is tragic, way too tragic for us to approach and say not a word to even understand. Clicking clocks, wiped out gravitational signifiers, whatever you may think about, it is all gone, fully, forever gone. Soar up, sober up, strike up with fever delirium. What is to say? Be there and never forget, although it is already forgotten, or what would be better, hidden. Oblivion may not change the course of what Central stipulates we must do, but it does, at least on a perceptual level. What are you not aware of? Why does the daemon appears in the middle of the jargon and no one bats an eye? Do not get riddled. Fly out, O of space, and try for time to spread itself and thy. You, whomever is wandering this noon sense, read what is read in the gaze of them. Crawl through the top of the list until the bottom is sure, and the shore sends the loons, and alone you are gone. For in ever you will last, and none but now can laugh of the never-ending, never-told nerves of being taught. Cry, O thee, and last a second in the treeless land or in the season's record, for the music and the rapture will lair their motion through the optimistic recognition of being nothing left. Nonsense, it must be done, says the laughter to the mouth, and find a thee, a thy, and die and soon, for the creatures you created are gonna go loon. Find them everywhere, never caring, forever lost. Therefore, there, with the thing that was. A tender night filled the air with humidity, leaves and grass and ever-wandering drops of oceanic tendencies. Water grasps everything, for it is preparing the deluge. Are you aware, John, of the dangers of being rose from the dead? Yesity, yes, sir. Then go ahead. Chamber members of this court, proceed. The rope was tightened up on its neck. Daddy, have you ever been to tomorrow? What you mean, kid? I mean, today's today, and tomorrow stays tomorrow. But I want to be in tomorrow and forget about today. Kid, you're getting into the kind of imbecility I always expected from you. But is it possible, Daddy? Of course it is. Members of this mighty respected chamber, slap the kid. Yells and tears swept all over the grass, and the blood of a tyrant was born into the outside. John, one last word? It has to be a single word, sir. No, John, you can spell a phrase if you want. Therefore, here it goes. It all must begin its being all over again. The room was shocked. Did Central spew its signal to the suicidal Riddler? How far can he get from here? A member asked. Well, it's probably too late for that. He's already there. I'm sorry, my lord, but how do you speak in capital letters? Suddenly, the unborn tree, gleaming its gaze from the future, held the rope. John's body was screeching, completely still. For a second, everybody forgot about seconds, and the ethereal appeared. It laughed and bled and forgot about itself. Every member of the chamber went back to their office and things started over again. So, John, any last words? It has to be a singly word? No, John, Jesus Christ, this idiot. Don't take everything literally, John. Okay, so I can spell a phrase and leave it over there? Where's that there? There. Oh, sure, be my guest. Here it comes. EFFECT. John, excuse us, but it is not allowed for you to play in the graveyard before going right into it. It's sacrilegious. I wasn't. You already used your last word. Rope him up! Roof him up! The multitude shouted. Yelled. The hanged riddled a poem with its fingers and, yawning, began all over again.